Well, all right. Hey, what up, y'all? Here's your boy Van, and we are back at with another tip of the cap, or not? Yeah, kind of a tip of the cap, but more of this Van Lee collection and just hats I wore from the month of March, 2021. So the goal is just to kind of over the next several years, I guess, because I want to eventually get to the point where I just show off my entire hat collection, but being that I have a good sizable amount of hats and many different varieties and styles and pieces of headwear, it's going to take some time because I usually just showcase a hat each day. I've been trying to do it for the past few years, and just decided that I definitely want to just make sure I wear all my hats at least one time and try not to repeat. So here we go. Let's start with the 1st of March. Here's a Rocksmith Tokyo fitted kind of satin with the electric volt, I guess, although it wasn't really volt or electric yellow. Kind of cool little underbrand with the 3M hits right there. So there's that. Fun, and we'll try to put these in these bags in this duffel here. Next one is one I got from a website, Cranium Fitted, which unfortunately is not around anymore, but it's Transformers Autobot fitted. So it's kind of a different feeling, cotton canvas-like material, but pretty heavy duty, but kind of like the cool little graffiti Optimus Prime there, and then the classic Autobot logo, as well as a Transformer word mark on the back. One of my favorite cartoons growing up, and kind of cool toys back in the 80s for sure. This one right here is one I got from Hatland, the Atlanta Braves band BP spring training hats. So the story behind the band is back in 2014 or 15. The original spring training hat was this design right here, but because it was offensive to and culturally insensitive to indigenous people, they decided to ban it, scrap it, so stores couldn't really sell it, and then they just replaced this Chief Nakahoma logo with the A, Atlanta A. And I was able to get this one from Hatland because I don't think they really cared about, before the store started pulling it from their inventory to sell it. Hatland was one of the few that were still had available, copped it. So kind of a nice little story behind, or kind of a cool story behind it, but not for the reasons. It is offensive. So yeah, offensively with Atlanta and all that's going on. They just pulled the All-Star game from Atlanta, but that's related to laws that were passed recently. They essentially are just phasing out this particular logo, so you won't really see that much around anymore unless you find vintage or stores that still have it. Next one up is Seattle Seahawks snapback from their gold collection season. So yeah, it's during the 50th Super Bowl season, so from 2015-16, and essentially it was just a celebration of 50 years of the Super Bowl. So they just had a collection like this for all the teams. I got most of the hats from that season that were for Seahawks, obviously, but gold fitted and all that. So yeah, just gold outline around the logo with the liquid chrome there. So. Alright, next one is the older hat from years ago. Essentially, this was fitted to match Chad Johnson's Bengals jersey that I got. And at the time, this hat's this NFL shield with the Reebok, made by Reebok with the Bengals colorways, pinwheel style. Yeah, essentially this is a match of Chad Johnson jersey that I got from eBay, which was oversized. Not my intention, but the pretty much a bad eBay experience overall. So definitely kind of warming off from purchasing stuff from eBay for years after that. But anyways, this fit from the times. Kind of definitely more of a jersey match more than anything else. I mean, it's cool, but I have a couple Seahawks ones, I think. Next one is from Hall of Fame, LA. This is snapback. That's a play off the Warner Brothers WB collection, and if it says if you see the police, Warner Brothers. So unfortunately, with like the social relations and police brutality that's going on, it's kind of topical in a sense. But yeah, there's that. I got this from like Hall of Fame from years ago. I believe I got it from a mystery box if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, one from a couple years ago. This retro Seattle Seahawks two-tone dad cap with the strap there. So this one is something to have more of this logo here, the vintage logo. Hopefully, the next couple seasons, the NFL will relax as far as like the one helmet rule, and more teams will start rocking like throwbacks from different eras with the different uniforms, and bring back the retro uniforms with the gray helmets for NFL games, like as an alternate special, whatever. But hopefully that'll come. Next one we got here is a Seattle Sonics piping fitted hat from Reebok. Definitely have worn this quite a bit over the years. So the sweatband in particular is like dirty gray, really. Do miss the Sonics, unfortunately. They left in 08 after the 08 season, and I mean, eventually they'll be back, but hopefully sooner rather than later. So I was predicting they'd be coming back in 2023, but I mean, they were renovating the Key Arena Stadium, which was a factor in them moving because it wasn't like up to NBA standards as far as arenas go at the time. So we'll see how that goes with the Pledge Climate Arena or Climate Pledge, whatever it's called. The one's backed by Amazon, but with the weird name for climate to improve the environment type of arena. So we'll see how that goes. I am looking forward to the Seattle Kraken though when they play later this year. So we'll see how that plays out. But moving on to the next one that I got from Lids is a Seattle Mariners a leisure tech fleece type heather gray. So it's definitely a lot like this, like the tech fleece, like a leisure wear, cozy boys material. So this is like a little bit of spandex, I believe. Yeah, it says 2% spandex, mostly the rest of it polyester. So there's that one. Nice little colorway there with the red and black on the gray. So definitely pops. Here's one I got from Adidas, just because I want more Adidas hats to kind of diversify from like just New Era or Nike. I have a few Nike ones, but Adidas running cap with the like flower logo, whatever. So and this color scheme right here with the Velcro strap enclosure. So this is a running camper 5-panel cap from Adidas, and I got it on discount too. So or because it was on sale, so it was like $10. So casual joint. Yeah, okay, I was thinking where I got this from. I got this one from Hatland Online. So this is Seattle Seahawks Urban Camel with the red pop right there. So as well as on the NFL logo on the back. Yeah, this one just a Seahawks, just to get more Seahawks fitted hats. But this one done up in the Urban Camo white, black, and gray joint. So another one from Lids. That's the Seattle Supersonics with the, wow, they had 3 logos there. So I didn't realize that, but yeah, the Seattle Soundhawks logo, so that's embedded within the state, and it is 3M, so it does reflect and it's with light. I never noticed the side patch right there, actually, to be quite honest, but just looking at it now, that's cool. And then same thing on the back. This is a miniature version, so and on the black, the yellow brim. So just wanted to add another hat to the Sonics collection, really, as well. A Hall of Fame 5-panel camper hat with the buckle strap enclosure. This is suede, fake suede, and then with like the fake leather brim. But yeah, done up in the brown joint, so nice little fall hat, casual. Next this one's an eBay purchase, so just like the colorway right here, this Kansas City Royals fitted hat. I think this was one that I did put in the laundry, so it kind of this like lost a little bit of its shape, especially on the front, but definitely has been worn quite a lot. eBay purchase. So instead of the Batterman MLB logo, it has the word mark right there. So I forget what the official name of the hat was called, but yeah, that's a Kansas City Royals joint in the team colors from yesteryear. I'm not 100% sure. I think this one's from Champs. I got this from Champs Sports because it's a Seattle Sonics buckle strap back. $9.50. And kind of this. This is not like the color navy blue team color, but more of the retro royal blue and almost. But it is perforated. Through most of the cap. So as you see there. And the buckle strap back, but it is in the current color scheme and logo there with the green under visor, action green, but not really, more of a lime. This is another one. Yeah, here's another one I also got from Champ Sports. So I guess this could be a unisex. Probably is a unisex hat, but anyways, this Nike Tailwind Tokyo style running cap. I'm not sure exactly how, but I guess this is with the graphic right there. And it is like a short brim, so if you want to flip it up, you kind of could wear it kind of like a painter cap. But yeah, this is essentially just a running cap with a Velcro and closure. I don't really like to run like that or go out for runs. I do try to stay fit, but yeah, with COVID, I do it more on a treadmill. So this one was worn during St. Patty's Day, as you can see. So it's a Seattle Mariners Diamond Era St. Patty's hat from 2016, I believe. So, the boss stamp of a shamrock with the AL American League. On the side, as well as on the Batterman, instead of a baseball, it's a shamrock in there as well. So Seattle Mariners, Diamond Era St. Patty's Day hat from that season. So, yeah, I have a couple other ones, but for St. Patty's Day, but the last few is don't feel like I'm missing out on much. Here's here's a Hatland, a older Hatland fitted hat. So essentially, it's a dual logo pinwheel style hat. This one's actually in a smaller size, so this one's a 7/1/4 from back in 02. And definitely have worn this. This one's essentially semi-retired, although I do have a hat jack, so I can kind of stretch it out a bit. But yeah, no intentions to really wear it too often. So I just like the fact that there's a dual logo. So at the time, you see a bunch, but during that time, you didn't see too much of Mr. Red Stocking or whatever the dude's name is. But so I just like the logo, and it was Pinwheel, which was the style in that era. So glad I still have this around because I have given away like other hats over the years that were not in my, because like when I started wearing 7.3/8, I kind of just gave most of my 7.14 hats away. So, all right, next one out. Good old UW Washington Huskies right here. Nike Classic strapback with the leather strap right there. I got this one from the UW bookstore one day, but yeah, it's just supposed to be like a vintage inspired wool cap and all that. So, I wish UW stayed as a Nike school, but I understand like the reasoning behind it, and yeah, they're getting paid by Adidas, so it is what it is. But maybe they'll be back over after the contract expires. Whew. Getting down to it. So, a Stussy Ginjin 5-panel camper hat. So, got this one from Urban Outfitters store for like $10. So, definitely was one of like the hats that I would wear on rotation, pretty heavy, as like a casual beater type of hat. So, like I was running to the store, or like had to do some yard work. This is probably one of the main ones because it is comfortable and it's casual, and like if it gets beat, it's beat. So there's that one, and let's move it a little closer. All right, cool. Seattle Seahawks 2012 NFL draft cap. So this is like one of the first hats that I got once NFL and New Era had the NFL licensing. So back after Reebok had it for many years. So yeah, this is just the draft cap that they had. So has this Seahawks logo on the side, and then this conference on the brim as well. So sentimental stuff. Like it's one of my faves actually. So it is one of the older ones too from 2012. Here's an interesting one in the sense that it is a collaboration with James Bond, who I later found out recently that he was like a designer for Undefeated, a street store, Undefeated LA. So not the 007 guy, but his name was James Bond. But anyways, this is the Seattle Sounders FC 20th anniversary MLS for the 20th anniversary season of Major League Soccer. So this had a bunch of snapbacks, and also one of the earlier New Era hats, because for a long time MLS was like hats were made by either Adidas or Mitchell and Ness. But so this was like before I believe New Era got the licensing. But yeah, this was from the 20th MLS season, so it was like 5-6 years ago. And like every team would have like two hats and like certain team colors. So one would say the team name and one would say the city name. I have both, but we'll get to that when we get to that. 2017, yes, 2017. Seattle Mariners Father's Day cap. So it is in like that heather, almost like the tech fleece material, but not as soft. But yeah, so this one has a New Era flag there. Kind of would have been better if this made it like a solid blue, or like kind of not make it a two-tone, but whatever. Gray bottom. But yeah, definitely for performance. And another thing too, instead of having like those tags, they had like, I forget what the term is, but they had essentially like etched on, or ironed on. So like, after a few wears, like it's fading off a bit. So that's that. see. I get this from. Pretty sure I got this from myfits.com. It was funny because, when I was thinking MyFids, I thought they only sell fit hats, but this is one of the. A one that was not fitted. But I think it was just because it was just what was trending at the time, obviously. But Seattle, alright. This is from MyFitted. It is the Detroit Red Wings leather strapback. And then it's cool because it has a Western Conference patch. I know they did realignment, but I never understood why it was Western Conference. But then thinking about it now, there's not many teams like west of the Mississippi during the time. But yeah, I really wish it wasn't fitted, but it is what it is. I do like it a lot because it is something unique and it is faux leather, so. Alright, so Seattle Mariners 920 dad khaki hat with the Ken Griffey Jr. retirement patch. So pretty much I got almost pretty much any hat that had this patch right here, side patch right here, got. So this is more of a casual one, khaki Velcro enclosure, dad cap inspired. So, but shout out to Ken Griffey Jr. As for most people in my era, he's probably everyone's favorite player from that era time. So, okay, so Dallas Stars two-tone fitted. I believe I get this from MyFitted. So, classic logo right here. It's definitely when. It's inspired. Essentially, it's they used to be the Minnesota North Stars, and then they moved to Dallas. So they took off the North, but this became the Stars. So it's still a transition from that, as far as their and they used that logo for years before a couple of changes in the uniforms and all of that. So classic hat there. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's wool. Well, somewhat, but it's made in the USA, so. Alright, I think I got this for $5 or $10, I forget, but it's Thrill, I'm not sure if it was Thrill SF, who, because I get this from Hat Club, so it's kind of a basic, dad cap, really, with the strap enclosure. Adjustable 920. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Thrill SF, but if it is, cool. I have a couple other ones, but yeah, they definitely do a lot of collaboration with with Hat Club. But yeah, this is kind of the basic Thrill. Forget the inspiration, but it was just cheap, so I just picked it up. Definitely one that's inspired by when I was in school growing up, they used to have hats made by the Game, not the rapper, but the Game headwear. So they would make all these college hats. Although it was more dad hat structured, on a different type of mesh. So this one's a mesh one. I believe I got this from Lit, possibly, but this says UW, University of Washington. So a lot of the college hats that had this style or whatever, though it wasn't mesh, but gotta shout out this. Gotta represent the school I graduated from. All right, next one's a local brand, Casual Industries. Although they spell industries a little differently, but this one's just I believe I got this one as part of a mystery bag, because you get 6 hats for a price, and they just threw this one in. But yeah, this classic Kingdom snapback with the year that it was made from. So from 76 to 2000 before they imploded, and that's where both now Lumen Field and T-Mobile Park are at. So both of those stadiums, the Kingdom was there and the parking lot. So it's kind of bring back those memories as a youth for me. Snap back right there. We're getting down to the last couple ones. And yeah, I gotta figure out a way to kind of break it down. So I don't know if people like the long format or they want segmented into shorter clips, but I'll figure it out. I haven't heard any feedback, and also it's a lot of talking. So this one I got from Lids. This is a Seattle Seahawks. Actually, I got this one from the Lids store in the mall, local mall. But Seattle Seahawks state reflective with the Seahawks logo reflected there. So my ring light's on, so you can probably see it pretty good. Although in that green, with the side patch of the Seahawks there, that just looks weird to me, but it is what it is. It's a gray and gold color scheme, so whatever. So yeah, then this graphite, I forget, the darker shade of gray. It's not anthracite, but whatever. Graphite, granite. And then this one's a recent purchase. This is actually kind of inspired by Seattle sports teams because they are based in Seattle, I believe, or in the area. Shout out to Maestro Athletics. So this is their logo here, and then on the back it's a snapback, Maestro. But yeah, it's just an inverted flip of the Seattle Kraken logo, and then they had a March Madness deal, so they had 3 hats that essentially they flipped the logo upside down. So they had the classic Seattle Mariners S logo, the Anchor alternative Kraken logo, and this Kraken S, and they flipped it upside down. So kind of just represent the home team, but also kind of help support a small, smaller brand, small business type of deal. The hat quality, it's not the best, I would say, but I mean, you get 3 hats for $20, so you break it down, it's $7 a hat, or less than, $8, and then you're, supporting a bunch of people, so I'm good with that. So yeah, not the best quality, but, get bang for the buck, so, and you represent. So there's that. There's those hats for the month of March, so it is early April, so hopefully, in May, I'll be able to kind of show off more of these hats. The ones I wore in April, but it's still early. So, anyways, comment, subscribe, follow on social media at Manly23. It's also be on the link below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you like it, and till next time, we're out. Peace.